Iran's foreign minister, Abbas Araghchi, issued an open and unmistakable warning. He vowed massive retaliation if Iran comes under attack, while also mocking Europe's position behind the United States over the Greenland issue. Araghchi emphasized that Tehran is fully prepared to respond, without restraint to any military aggression. He stressed that Iran's current stance is no longer the same, as its restrained approach in June 2025, signaling a significant shift in policy. According to Araghchi, Iran's armed forces will no longer hesitate to respond with their full capabilities. If attacked again, he also took aim at Europe, criticizing its deadlock with Washington over Donald Trump's ambition to control Greenland. Araghchi described Europe as now facing a form of backlash, the result of the E3 and the European Union's loyalty not only complying with, but actively assisting President Trump when he unilaterally withdrew from the Iran nuclear deal. He added that Trump's threat to seize Greenland by any means, even if it violates international law or the so-called rules-based order, reflects an irony that Europe itself now deserves to confront. On the other side, U.S. President Donald Trump issued a harsh warning toward Iran. He stated that Iran would be wiped off the face of the earth if he were assassinated. This remark came after Iran's parliament warned that any attack on Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei would trigger a global declaration of jihad. Over the past 2 weeks, Trump has repeatedly shown hesitation about launching a strike on Iran, amid reports of brutal crackdowns on anti-regime protesters. The U.S. president had previously promised very severe actions against the Islamic Republic. Last week, however, Trump walked back those threats. He claimed to have received information from very important sources on the other side, indicating that killings in Iran were beginning to stop. At the same time, reports emerged that a U.S. aircraft carrier was moving toward the Middle East, while American forces were being withdrawn from several strategic bases in the region. Combined with Iran's temporary closure of its airspace earlier that week, these developments fueled speculation that a military strike could be imminent. Could the United States capture Ayatollah Ali Khamenei? The recent arrest of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro by U.S. forces was praised by the Trump administration as a major strategic success. However, experts interviewed by DW argue that applying a similar tactic to Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Iran's supreme leader since 1989, is nearly impossible. Analyst Eslami acknowledged that assassination is theoretically possible, but practically unfeasible due to Iran's internal structure, its geographic depth, and the absolute loyalty of the Sepi-Vali Amr, a secret Revolutionary Guard unit tasked with protecting Khamenei. Kansian added that the nature of protests and the regime's response make such a scenario, even if conceivable, unrealistic at this time. As tensions rise and rhetoric hardens on both sides, the situation remains dangerously unpredictable, with threats escalating, diplomacy faltering, and military movements intensifying. The world is left watching a familiar but unsettling pattern unfold. The real question now is not whether pressure will increase, but whether restraint still has a place before another irreversible line is crossed.